today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 5.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 17 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
After reason to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
They go play action with Hurts. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former 6th-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards for number 11. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Another run here with Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 60 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But we know that he can get 1st downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the 1st.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. That's not their thing for him. That seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field. Things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Murray now on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ingram. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a big loss on the play there, an absolute disaster, really.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
From the left hash, this from 37. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
An unfortunate distinction for Sanders last season, he had the most yards, 754 of any back in the league, to not score a touchdown. He's still the guy in Philly, though, and he'll get back to scoring this season. Plenty of work available for him in the league's top rushing offense from a year ago.
They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, you're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Murray.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. An option handoff given to Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Sanders is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Murray now on 1st down. Able to get this one to McBride. The Cardinals at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Then the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. They give to Ingram up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins from 6 yards away. And the Cards are an extra point away from evening this one up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs, really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. The 49ers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Aaron Rodgers, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throwing again on second down. Murray finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. on first down is Murray. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
To try again after the sack, Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kingsley Keke in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A very solid gain of 27.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Murray. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, it's complete to Hopkins.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Sanders. And some room to work. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
On the counter, Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
He will have the conversion and more than that.
Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 30 yards.
And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Take it in at the 3.
And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
To throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle to Smith. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And able to pick up the first. The 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Able to shake him off. Flush to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Goes right back to McBride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's Murray from midfield. Towards the end zone for Brown. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Up the middle, Ingram. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt. And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 41, Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. Being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now Murray.
That's complete to McBride.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing again, Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. The kick by Elliott is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Murray to throw.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down. Back to throw. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Flushed out right. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Finding Watkins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From just shy of midfield,
Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
7 yards there and a first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
That's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The football going back over to Arizona now. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17.
41 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Andy Lee now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.